I could be outgoing with friends that I felt very comfortable with and with family, but I was really uncomfortable, and I just felt like I wasn't good enough. In public circumstances, I could put on a face, but for the most part, I really felt afraid all the time of being rejected. The first time I had a suicidal thought was I was 14. I was just going through some bad times with my mother. My stepfather and my mother were in a domestic violent situation. There was domestic violence in the house. And I just was really unhappy. The pressures all around me were getting to me, and I just went into the bathroom and took a bottle of Imprin, poured it in my hand, and sat there in the bathroom and thought about taking those pills. I don't even know what made me not do it, but I put the pills back in the bottle, and I spent a lot of time crying, and I didn't do it. I didn't have any conscious suicidal thoughts again until after my divorce, when things were really going badly. We lost the house in foreclosure as a result of the divorce. I had to move my children into public housing, and I had to get food stamps. My middle daughter was having some real emotional difficulties as a result of the divorce, and I just kept going down, 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 and then I started having anxiety attacks first, and then the suicidal thoughts started after that. In my mind, the thoughts were, I'm going crazy. I thought I was going crazy, whatever that meant. I mean, I couldn't find any joy in anything, not even in my children anymore. And I just, I always loved to do things with my kids. The impulse hit me a week later in the middle of the night, and I felt like I couldn't fight it. And so I didn't trust my ex-husband to take care of the kids the way I wanted them taken care of. So I decided to take them with me. And in my mind, that's what I was thinking, take them with me. And then some rational part of my brain said, you're talking about killing your babies. And that just really knocked me to my knees, because the part of me that was saying, take them with me, it was like, like on a trip, it wasn't that bad. But when the rational part said, you're talking about killing your babies, that's when I just fell to the floor. Every time I had those impulses, staying alive was the hardest. It was just as hard every time. Fighting to stay alive was a battle. I know that sometimes people say, when someone takes their own life, they say they took the easy way out, and that's not what it's about. That's not what it's about at all. If I hadn't had that breakdown at that time and gotten that therapy, I don't think I would have ever become the person I am now. I wouldn't be performing jazz on a diamond needle hi-fi. I wouldn't be writing the kind of poetry that I write. Fascinating, titillating, bee-bopping, foot-stomping, biscuit-sopping, donut-dipping, day-tripping, corn-sipping. I can find joy in almost everything now. It was, without a doubt, the most sinfully rapping, toe-tapping, thigh-slapping, happening event. It was the sun rising, moon smiling, mamas crying, souls dying, life. I wouldn't be effective. I wouldn't be effective in speaking to other people about mental illnesses. I would still be in that place of shame, afraid I was going crazy and scared to tell anybody. Meter by meter, Ella bouncing lightning bolts off the sky. But in your dia, but in your dia, but in your dia, do you do dee dia. But in your dia, but in your dia, but in your dia, do you do dee dia. It was jazz, ooh, jazz, yeah, jazz. It was